What up, y'all? It's a late live, my bad. So I got some splaining to do. My husband is not feeling well. He's trying to get himself together before he has to go to work tomorrow. So we had to postpone a few things. And also we had to pick up our car this weekend. So we was dealing with that. And so we're gonna do the Jason lyrics thing next week because I rewatched it with him and there's some parts of that movie that I forgot was in there or didn't remember or didn't even see. So we just gonna chop it up a little bit about everything that's been going on. Shout out to everybody who's gonna watch the playback. But I did want to talk on this topic about Peyton Charles. Um, I've been in the back streets just looking at the back and forth, and it's really just a fourth. Wow. This is why it's difficult to be a girl's girl. This is why you see a lot of women, and you guys who watch my videos with a lot of other black women. What up, Triisha? A lot of other black women talking about other black women and saying that they can't be girls because nasty stuff like this. Now, Peyton has been quiet so far. She said what she said the other day, and then she made a post letting everybody know, report her page for harassment because at this point she is being harassed. Triisha, I don't know who if you know who Peyton Charles is, but she is a YouTube vlogger that I do watch, and she she had a falling out with somebody who was supposed to be one of her subscribers, her supporters. But what's going around on YouTube, I've been listening to a lot of people make their comments about it, and I'm like, dang, are we watching the same thing? Are we? Because a couple of people, and the crazy thing is, and people could do whatever they want with their channel. And it depends on what subject I'm talking about, on how much facts I'm going to bring, right? So I'm listening, so I get it. But they'll say stuff like, "Oh, well, Peyton fell out with a PayPal because I don't know, she didn't like something she was saying. I don't know." And then they just move on with it, just talking about you could say whatever you wanted and it's an opinion. And I'm like, dang, they making an opinion based off of another opinion that they created that didn't happen. What up, Coriante? So she unfortunately became friends with a hyena. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna call it what it is. This particular lady, she she has this very sneaky, nasty energy about her. Like you can read it on her. And what a lot of not a lot of older black women, because I get along with especially like older black women, we click, right? But these particular women I've been seeing on the internet, I am so glad I've never came across them in real life because it's amazing how they girl, turn that tablet down. How you all the way in this room and I can hear you? And they in my room. Of course. They got their own room and they in my room. Anyway, what was I saying? I'm so glad didn't ever get a chance to meet older women like that. Like I met like maybe one lady like that, and I don't even speak to that lady, don't deal with that lady, don't talk to that lady. But for the most part, the majority of older women that I've ran to have been very sweet, welcoming women. They give you information, they help you out when they need to, all that good stuff, right? But this particular lady, she she's upset, and both of them are hurt. Both of them are hurt. I'm not, I'm gonna be very as I'm just gonna call it for what I see. They're both hurt, and I don't like the fact that people are trying to say, "Well, Peyton just doing this and Peyton just doing that," and it's like nobody's considering her feelings. Nobody's taking into account like maybe she was offended because somebody that she considered somebody to be cool with went on the internet and I won't say spreaded the rumor, but continued on with the rumor that her daughter was pregnant, and that was a false claim. To even gossip about that, and that's person that, where have we been in a place where we just feel like if I'm cool with you, I'm gonna just talk about you on the internet for everybody to see, and you can find out with the rest of everybody. I just think that's so weird. Girl, these they are getting out of control. So I got a couple of people in my comments, because they're gonna come in my comments. There's this one particular lady in my comments. She came in my comments with the cap locks on, with the explanation points. She was just really, really upset. And I'm like, girl, calm down. Like, this is my first interaction with you, by the way, and you just cutting up. Oh, well, Peyton just ain't gonna do this. Peyton just that. Some of these women on the internet be feeling like they really know these people in real life, and these people did them wrong. And I'm like, is it from a place of jealousy? Is it it gotta be. Because if you don't know this person and she do something you don't like, can you speak on it? Yes, but to put all in caps locks about, oh, she shouldn't, and she just doing it, and then she and everybody else comments too. I see that lady in everybody else's comments. Anybody talking about Peyton, she gonna listen because she was in my comments. And I think that type of shit needs to be studied. And I'm letting y'all know now. Peyton has her own content, and she's very she talks about the Bible. There's a lot of Christian women that follow her. There's a lot of I'm not that. Meaning, do I believe in God? Yes. But I will cuss you for filth if you try me. I'm not the try to be higher. No, I'm not all of that. I'm not take the high road. So if you go low with me, we're going to hell together. I'm just gonna make that clear right now. If you want to have a conversation with me, we can have a conversation. I'm all for it. I welcome opposite opinions all of the time. But if you come in my comments, just like the last lady who was trying to talk trash, and I showed her real quick, don't do that. I'm not that person. So even though that lady that I feel like, in my own personal opinion, is harassing Peyton Charles, even though I feel like that woman is harassing Peyton Charles, I see how she likes to put God in front of her harassment. I can't rock with nothing like that. What bothers me is people will say God, Jesus, and they will say all the biblical quotes. And you forget the devil he knew just as much about the Bible than anybody else. He was one of God's angels, wasn't he? So I miss me with all of that. When I see that woman face in that smirk and how she tried to pretend she's innocent and she played no part and she don't understand why her and Peyton had the falling out, it's so crazy to me. But then I seen another lady comment, and she said, I rock with you, but you talking about that woman's daughter like that, you was wrong for that. She called her out. She called her out politely. And I think somebody else commented like, so what? Everybody talking about it. We could talk about it too. Talk about what? A lie? That's so weird. You tried to tell her what, right, Tony? Because I'm like, and I thought that was weird too, Traisha. Somebody going around talking about Kamari. And these are older women. These are older women who talk. Everybody pregnant but them, huh? And a lot of these people who talk about these other women and their kids got kids too. And when you check their kids' resumes, it be like, you can't give advice to nobody. Okay? Because I'm going to be 100% with you, Ray Tony. When I went to that woman's channel and I seen her videos, she comes from a mental place of lack. She comes from a place of she gives the energy, I'm gonna get it any way I can get it. And when you deal with people like that who's gonna get it by any means they can get it, it's two ways to get it, the right way and the wrong way. She got this hustler type mentality, this hustler vibe. She will smile in your face and got that nice shiny butcher knife behind her back. Her face screams conniving to me. It's just something about her energy. You know, they smile in your face whole time they want to take your place. That's her. She just she has such a nasty energy about her, and I'm wondering like where does that come from? Where did that start? You know, and when you get older, sometimes you don't want to be in life where you want to be. But I've always been the type of person, because I've seen a lot of ladies in the comment. I seen one lady comment, Ray Tony, she should have got the full story before she signed on it. Girl, but you know why she didn't, Ray Tony? You know why she didn't want to get the full story? Because she never wanted the full story in the first place. She just wanted something to talk about to get views. And that's what it is. And she's trying to flip it around like, oh, I'm so innocent and I don't know why Peyton is doing this to me. And it's like, ma'am, we just gonna skip past all the weird stuff you doing. You tagged this woman consistently in the past couple of days, like in a small hour time span. To me, that gives me weird. Again, I heard more about Peyton on her channel than her own child. Now, when I went and looked deep down to see when she did discuss her child, I was like, oh, okay. I see why people behave the way they behave. I would just say that much. I would just say that much. And she'll say that, and then she'll say a Bible quote. The funniest thing too, though, Peyton ass is acting like a straight Pisces. Okay, so let me tell Ray Tony, you know this because you're a Pisces. Okay, and we not talking about no toxic Pisces like Charlene. We talk about Pisces who just you not about to do that. So Peyton sent that girl back money for the purchase of the lotion. And we wouldn't have known this again if that lady wouldn't have came up on the internet again telling the business. And I was laughing because I was telling my husband, I said, oh, she is such a Pisces. Because a Pisces will give you whatever you gave them. And was like, and be like, bitch, this how much it costs to get you the fuck up out my life. Goodbye. And I got off cheap. That's how y'all will do, motherfuckers. Like the real ones, not the ones who lose control emotionally, but the real ones be like, it cost me just this much to get rid of you. And her eyes got big and her eyes start to bucking like, and you know I ain't mad. Yeah, we know you not mad. I heard that. That is so weird. Somebody told me that. Like I feel like I'm in the bed. Like so she getting upset. She getting upset because she's saying that she didn't like what the things that Peyton was saying. She's like, she trying to flip the narrative, like I didn't have the dream about her and other people. It don't matter. I'm just not about to come on the internet and tell anybody I'm dreaming about anything about anybody else other than what I got going on. And if you gonna tell my story right and all this other stuff. But that's what happens when you fangirl. Yeah, go find her channel. Go find her channel. Y'all know how y'all are when y'all get upset with somebody and somebody betray y'all. See, Peyton is not coming from a place of just being a bully. She's coming from a place where she was betrayed and she was like just attacked just out of the blue. Right, girl, and they will hide behind the term Christian and born again and all that, and just be just as nasty, just as trifling. If she really and let's clock this, T Ray. If she really cared about Peyton and she truly loved Peyton like she claims she do, she wouldn't even be doing all of this. She would let her have it and walk away if she truly cared about her. But she not. She's gonna do this to till the people who don't like Peyton just on GP subscribe to her channel so she can get a bag out of that. And I'm hoping at this point Peyton don't respond anymore because she said what she needed to say. And people like that woman will look for the next thing Peyton is saying. She'll look for the next video that Peyton posts or the next Instagram. She'll look for it just to talk about it because she ain't got nothing else going on with her life enough good enough to be talked about. Yeah, she gotta prioritize the twins and stuff because and that's another thing, right? She pregnant with twins, and this girl talking about she love her and she care about her. She don't care about her health. She was like, y'all, I don't know what to do. You just such a victim. Oh yeah, I bet. And the way this woman come off across, that's why you got to watch out for some younger ladies who are around women that are older. Not all women. Like I said, I've been blessed enough to be around some great older women, right? But those older women love themselves. I don't know what this is. This woman gives me the vibe. She feels like she was supposed to receive something in life that she's never got. And that's how she portrays herself. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what she gives me. She feels like she's missing something, and she'll say these Bible quotes and just use it as a weapon. And I just be like, "Oh, it's such a turn off." So, apparently again, we wouldn't know, but she came to the group chat. She did a screenshot of messages of what Peyton wrote her in on Instagram going back and forth. And I didn't read it because I just ain't had time. But at the same time, it's like, who cares what she say? This is a conversation between you two. That's what it gives. That's what it gives, right? And what pisses me off about the other women, they just don't like her. Oh, also, let me talk about this because it was brought up. It was brought up in my comments. Paige made a comment about she has a white doctor. And she says she has a white doctor because it's black nurses and black employees tend to go tell people business, right? And people were getting offended by it because they wanted to be offended by it. But the reason why Peyton was saying that is because Peyton ain't no what up, Ebony? Ain't nobody checking for Peyton. They not she has more black subscribers, black female subscribers versus any other type of culture, right? What up, Cheryl? She has those type of subscribers, right? Black women follow her. She supports black women. I've seen her support black women businesses. I've seen her promote black women businesses. So you can't just go off of a comment because you just want to have a problem based off of what she say. Look at her actions. Every time I done seen a video with Peyton, she be uplifting black women, supporting black women, collabing with black women. She's been doing all of that. But we not gonna act like Kelly Price ain't just bring her ass up on the internet and call out these same black women. And we not gonna act like Cardi B just ain't get out of a lawsuit with a situation with a security guard trying to pull out her phone. What up, Delaney? We not gonna act like that. So they people be trying to make it personal or take it personal because I take it as they just don't like the girl. That's how I'm gonna take it. They just don't like her. That's how I see it. Because she said that, but I mean, there was another lady. That lady was going live on TikTok while she was assigning a man his medication and a couple of other patients their medications. She was doing her rounds, and she's live. Just and you seen people in them comments in the video saying there's a lot of black employees, nurses. She didn't mean she wasn't saying like doctors. She was just saying the employees. That's why she said employees. They've been telling the tea. They've been telling the tea. Oh, girl, let me post this so I can go viral. There's videos right now of that I'm about to post on another video of other women, black women, posting videos of other black women crying in the food stamp office to go viral. Social media has brought out the best of some people and really brought out the worst of some people. It's a lot of people on this earth who really just did not get enough attention as a child. Girl, stop. Are you serious? Not framed an old thank you photo. That's a little weird. That's mm. Yeah, see, Ray, this is tea to me. Because when I watch Peyton, I've seen other reaction channels pop up with Peyton, right? But I don't watch them. I'm like, I'm what? Because it's different when you watching the other sectors because they have baby daddy drama. What up, Pop? They have baby daddy drama. They wilding out, they tripping out. Peyton is just living her life. The only drama she had was the drama with her ex, and that was just a situation that typically happens to some people. It just happens. It either happened to you before, or you've experienced somebody you know happening to you, or the situation is there. What up, PJ? That's what it is. So they wanted to gossip about that, but I don't know I don't know much of what gossip tea you can get from that. You know what I mean? It was just weird. So I didn't watch the reaction channels of it because I'm just like, okay, whatever. But there's another content creator on here. I'm not gonna say her name. I watch her as well. And I seen somebody talking trash about her. And they're not saying anything like, it's probably inappropriate if you do this, or this is not right, or you shouldn't be on there. Like when they talk about Peach McIntyre, Peach is off the chain. Okay, Peach is crazy as hell and hilarious too, by the way. So when they talk about Peach, they got T. When they talk about Liv's life, laugh, love, she pregnant again. That's child T and K family or whatever they call themselves now. Um, who else? Charlene. And when they talk about those type of women doing all those type of outrageous things, there's things to talk about because these women is cutting up. And I will go as far as to say Peach throws stuff out there for people to talk about her. I can guarantee you she don't care about nothing that's going on with anything. Because the last TikTok video that went viral of her responding to that other chick is hilarious. But and then they got the other mommy sector that they react to because they just do, some of them just do whatever they can, but others, child, the ghetto. Yeah, I popped in PJ because we were supposed to do that. Listen, the problem with people don't understand water signs in general are not very, we're very thoughtful people, but we're not very forthcoming in public. Like our persona and how we are online is cool and it is us, but that's, you get us if we know you. If we don't know you, we probably just gonna be a little quiet just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. Hey, Robin, just for a little bit. But y'all give the side eye to people when y'all peep energy. But the problem with y'all don't want to be the bad guy. And since y'all don't want to be the bad guy, y'all try to be nice. Like maybe I'm tripping, and then get mad at yourself when you're like, oh damn, I wasn't tripping. That bitch is crazy. You know what though, Peach. I don't know what to make of Peach. That's why I don't make Peach content because I don't know what to make of Peach. Cause she take care of her kids. Uh, she does what she needs to do, and she talks about her family, and she does her content about her family. She makes her money. She lies to the public. She tells the truth to the public. She just posts stuff and people watch. So I don't really know what to. She not out there destroying lives. Every other year, every other month, every couple of months, she's divorcing Wood. Her views go up. She collect her money, and yeah. Yeah, I missed Nike's live. I was so mad. I said, you would go live when I'm busy, ma'am. She was like, my bad, but I'm looking forward to her vlog. I can't wait to see her and Tavy on that cruise ship. I seen somebody say on under one of these reaction channels about Peyton Charles videos. They said Peyton, her videos are boring. And I was like, what do they want from her videos? I think they're very relaxing. I think they're very refreshing. I can't watch drama all of the time. I just can't. So watching her, Aaliyah's Face, and a couple of other content creators, them just living their life and having fun, to me is nice to look at. It's inspiring. They give you little decor tips that you might want to take. Like, oh, okay, I didn't know I could do that with curtains. Okay, cool. Like, it's just regular stuff. I don't know what type of stuff that lady was looking for, but I thought that those type of comments are a little weird to me. Like, it's boring. It's regular life. Regular life is boring. Drama, excitement is you get beat up at the club because you was too drunk. I don't want that kind of excitement. Give me the boring. I know. I hit her up. I told her. I let her know. I got a. I didn't even know she went live because I told you I went to go get my car. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Decor, candles, traveling, those are inspirational things. The things that I was trying to get the other one to try to come to terms to do, but she we not gonna talk about her. But she wanted to choose. You grown, honey. It is what it is, child. The ghetto. The ghetto. But yeah. People, yeah, they be talking about peaches, but you know what? And this is what I get sick and tired of. You can't have both, right? They'll come on the internet and they'll say that black women are getting picked on, harassed. Black men are doing this to black women, saying that about black women. But the first thing black women come up with when they talking about somebody else is their looks. That's the very first thing they talked about. Somebody commented under the video that I did with Peyton. Somebody commented, she's very beautiful. And that was it. So I liked the comment. And then some lady up under the comment said, have you seen her with no filters on? You know what? I like Peach. Peach is in. I can't make Peach. I don't know what to make of Peach. So far, she ain't did nothing to me. She ain't did nothing. I mean, she's allegedly scamming people, but I don't know. People gonna get their money to whoever they want to get their money to. I guess I don't know, but I don't have any issues with Peach. Yeah, she do it. They was making fun of Peach for getting evicted and all that other stuff. Peach ain't never been homeless for real. She didn't always have something to go in. She makes sure her kids have whatever they need. So I can't. I don't. I follow and look at Peach on TikTok and see all the crazy stuff she do, but I'm not about to make 50 million videos on Peach because I'm gonna be honest with you. The drama that Peach has, I feel like she create for views. That's just my opinion. I be like, Peach be lying to these people because in real life they don't know her, and I think that's the thing. So I can't. I don't know what to make of Peach. I'm sorry. I don't. I don't watch Peach like that. And when I do, it's always interesting to watch. But I don't have any issues with Peach. Peach do whatever Peach do. Um, yeah, so that's what I feel about. I don't have any issues with what Peach got going on. She's hilarious though. She be checking people and stuff when she bored, and it's just what it is. But yeah, I don't under. It's just I don't know if these women are jealous, but the first thing they bring up is they looks. And you go to the lady's page who talked about tried to be funny, talking about have you seen her without filters? And I'm like, ma'am, I think you need to sit this one out. Don't come in here and talk about looks. And you look like the Wizard of Oz, a Wizard of Oz cast member. Okay, don't do that. Please don't. If you're gonna come on here and talk about somebody's looks, please don't. Please don't look like you a character out of the book of Where the Wild Things Are before you come over here trying to make fun of people. Don't do that. Please. I won't go for your looks, but when you start making it about looks, we're going to talk about looks and you're not going to like it. So have something else to talk about. Okay? Because if you talking about people looks and I see and you look like a cartoon character, it's up. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I didn't even know why that comment was needed. Somebody complimented her on her beauty. That individual felt like she was beautiful. Why do you feel like you need to change their mind? Is that your job? That's weird. I don't understand a lot of these women in these comment sections. I was baffled on how these women was just coming in the comments and stuff. And then another lady commented, she said, I'm not a PayPal. I do support Peyton, but I didn't like what she said about the black nurses and everything like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. You don't have to like it. So her comment was cool. She said what she needed to say. She felt how she needed to feel. It was what it was. Robin, please don't get me started. I'm trying to like just lay the foundation. Ray, please get off my phone, ma'am. I've been trying, you don't want to say that. You don't want to say that, but she does, like when I'm telling you crab bottom of the barrel type energy. And this is like not to just, I'm really not trying to, but you can tell she comes from a place of lack. That's what I was saying before. She comes from a place of lack. And the thing is, she don't care how she hurt Peyton. She just cares that she gets the attention that she's getting. And you should see the look on her face and the smiles that she gives when she was like, girl, I'm famous. They got me. Well, right now, but in the next couple of weeks or two, when everybody stops talking about your connection with Peyton, you will be forgot about. You will. And that's just the place that you play in life because, you don't have your own individualness apparently to do whatever you need to do. So a lot of these women that I've been watching have been in the beginning vlog channels and then they switched to reaction channels. And I feel like the reason why they switched to reaction channels is they weren't getting the results that they needed. And it's a pattern with a lot of these reaction channels that I've seen. I would see that their views, and they wouldn't get bad views, like 1,000, 500. Okay, that's a couple of subscribers. Let's work towards it. Keep going at it. But then you'll see them react to somebody. I seen a couple of views where somebody reacted to somebody's channel and they got like 10,000 or 15. And then after that, that was a wrap. You start seeing reaction, 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 reaction. So what I gather from that is when you came on the internet, your purpose basically was just to get paid, and that's everybody's purpose. So we can't knock that. But a lot of the content creators who are popular now just did it out of um the beginning. When you're in the beginning stages, you don't know that YouTube is going to pay you all of this. You don't know that this is going to change your life. You don't know that that's going to happen. So a lot of these new upcoming YouTube creators feel like if they hit a lick, they can get rich off YouTube. At one time you probably could have, but at this day and age, you'll probably get a couple of $100, but it's not going to make or break your life. You get what I'm saying? The other content creators have established themselves. They got their subscribers. They got people who are willing to watch their channel and enjoy their content and how they do things. But for the most part, girl, don't get me. You know what? I'm gonna shut up, Traisha. Don't get me started because I did see a lady who looked like the witch off the Wiz, but I'm just gonna let that go. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna let that lie. Yeah, and it's like who she tried to explain who she was prior and it didn't work. She tried to explain who she was. I don't know if people were watching her, but she does come from that. It's a very bitter spirit. Okay, let me see. She had her channel for 4 years. This is the most views. Okay. Well, she has a reaction channel to not a reaction channel. She has a um vlog channel too, right? I thought she had like quite a bit of subscribers on her vlog channel where people were watching her, weren't they? Now I know her reaction channel, Peyton, is the most views she gets. That's what I have witnessed it, and she trying to milk it, and she's trying to pretend like I'm not even monetized. And it's like, girl, please, if you get a certain amount of subscribers in that between that time within the 30-day time span, you're gonna get monetized because you're monetized on that other channel. You know the rules of it. You know the rules of it. But in my opinion, she comes from a very bitter spirit. Okay. Okay. Well, shit. Girl, on my vlog channel, I like 50 people be watching my stuff, and I try to post, but I'm not consistent on that channel, just like I ain't consistent on this one. I was supposed to do Vlogtober, but child, I got busy. I got a lot of stuff that I got going on, and what I'm trying to do, you can't really talk about in the public. You get what I'm saying? Like when you're, and that's what, let's go back to the HIPAA stuff of what Peyton was talking about. A lot of the stuff you cannot talk about in public. This is why a lot of those women was getting fired for the things that they were doing. um there are certain laws and certain things you have to keep in house. If you're not a part of that or you're not discussing that, whatever you're discussing, it should be in that. So the tests that I'm going to be taking and the things I'm going to be doing, I can only discuss what they have on their website. I can't discuss nothing else. So it's hard to show court reporting content. Like, I can't bring y'all with me in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I'm not a videographer, one. And two, I'm not pressed, so it don't run like that. So I can't go to a deposition and record that deposition and say, look, I'm in a deposition. You can't make content like that. So I can make the fact, even with the school content, I can show like me on my steno writer or me on my voice writer and doing whatever I need to do with that. But I can't show like the school material. Well, depending on what the school material is, you can go get the books off the website, depending on what it is. But not a lot of that stuff you can show. I'm gonna clutch my roll when she said, I feel like you gotta get me that clip. That you gotta get me that clip. And this is what bothers me about the Peyton Charles situation. Okay. And please tell me that I'm not tripping when I say this. I feel like even with Cardi B, and I don't agree with everything Cardi B does, but at the same time, even with Cardi B, a lot of people who are considered celebrities or whatever, when people get a certain amount of money, other people who don't make that kind of money feel like they can um, harass the people that make money. Like they act like what they say shouldn't matter because they're rich. And I think that is the weirdest way to go about thinking about things. I think that's the weirdest way to go about thinking like things. They just thinking like that. They just say things like, "Well, she got it. Oh, she doing this." And even with the thing of when that lady was like, "Oh yes, girl, bless me, yes," and I only paid $46 for it. So, oh, and I'm like, damn. I know everybody out here, like a lot of people are hurting financially. Not everybody is rich, especially how the economy is going. But to act in that way was just like, girl. I used to be living life right now, like having oh, you better take it easy, Traisha. Girl, you need to be careful. Around this time with the weather change, people with asthma, bronchitis, all types of stuff, it's real. I don't know what it is about between the month of November and September, but I don't know what it is, but them lungs and everything get irritated and flare up. Y'all got to really be careful. And she used to be in a relationship with a woman, but swear, ooh, okay, so it might be more than what meets the eye. Then I ain't know that. Yeah, being fanned out and checking people pockets. It's just like with the CJ So Cool sector. They watch every single thing that man did. Every single thing that man did. Every single thing. And talked about it. That becomes harassment. That becomes an obsession. When you talking about when the majority of your videos is that person, it's time to, it's something going on. Yeah, it's definitely something deeper, and that's scary. That's scary. And I just feel like people trying to write Peyton off like, oh, she always do this and this. She's a big bully. Nobody's considering the fact, okay, that lady stepped out of line by accusing her daughter for being pregnant, which was not true. If you claim to be cool with a person, if it, like I said in my video, if it's really that important to you, um, go and see about it. What up, boss lady? Oh, I was like, what you saying congratulations for? Thank you. Girl, thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I was like, what's she saying? What my bad. I didn't even realize it. Thank you. But what I was saying was, I don't know, they just like, oh well. Like when something happens to Peyton, it's like, oh well. But then when she does something and she responds, it's like, why she do that? She just so mean. She ain't right. Like she not supposed to feel the way she feel. What up, Pop? Welcome to the squad. I don't know why that's not letting me highlight. It's probably because I'm on my phone. Why isn't it not letting me highlight? Anyway, um, so I don't know. It was just like, since she got money, it's okay for her to get talked about, but the other lady, it ain't okay. You can't say nothing about her because she down bad. That's what I don't know. That's what I be feeling like they be saying. I could be wrong, but nobody's saying like, and even okay, let's go back all the way to here. She said what she said about a Peyton daughter, even though she's supposed to be cool with Peyton, right? Okay. Let's say they move past that. She didn't stop. Peyton inboxed her like Peyton, you got to look through all the other stuff she was saying, right? Because I didn't even read that paragraph. I just really didn't have time. But from the little words that I did see, she was just basically saying, like, I don't know all these other people. I don't know all these content creators that make the videos about me, but I know you. So why would you turn around and do something like that to me if we supposed to be cool, right? That's what she was saying. And instead of that, this how I know that lady does not have good intentions and she's very disingenuous. Instead of taking that in, she plays the victim and she go live and say, girl, guess who was in my inbox? She couldn't wait to say what she needed to say. And I was just like, why are you telling us the conversation that you had with Peyton? Wasn't that supposed to be for y'all? It's just weird. You guys, guess what? I'm gonna be a Halloween. I'm gonna be a Care Bear. Oh, I got Bunny and Neffy's costumes coming. Neffy is going to be Hello Kitty. Child. Bunny is gonna be Stitch, of course. Juju wants to be an inflated cow, so I gotta figure out where the inflated cow is because Juju always got the most outrageous costumes. I promise you. And Dorian and Donovan are going to be, what did they say? SpongeBob and Patrick. So I gotta find inflatables for that. So yeah. Anyway, but what I was saying was, and then the lady did another video recently about how Peyton has copyright struck her, right? And she goes, I'm not even gonna say her name Peyton no more. I'm gonna say her by her government name. Oh, we being formal now? We being formal now? Like, is that what we doing? I was just like, I'm gonna just say about it now. Ray, you can tell me this because this is good information for me to know. Has Peyton ever came online and told anybody her government name? Let me know in the comments. Has Peyton ever said her government name? Hey, what up, T? Has it ever been exposed online? I'm trying to refresh, girl. This phone acting real weird. You don't know? Because I've never seen it. I've never seen her name. So I'm like, I keep trying to warn these women, like, y'all be in y'all feelings about stuff and be upset about stuff, but there are certain things that you're doing that could be considered illegal activity. So if I've never known Peyton's name or it's never been broadcasted on the internet, to where she says it, or it's not posted somewhere you can find on the internet that's public information, you just doxed her. That could be considered doxing. So when you do that, that's considered illegal activity. And the woman tried to say that she feel like Peyton was harassing her because Peyton asked people to report her page for harassing. That, why would that be considered harassment? That is letting people know, listen, I'm being harassed. Can you report this channel and let them know that I'm being harassed? Go to the video. And YouTube is only going to do what it needs to do based off of the information that is there. They're going to say, is this considered harassment? She's tagging this woman. This woman's all in her video. She doesn't want any dealings with this woman. So why does this woman keep tagging her? That's harassment. So, I mean, you could try to argue that in court. Oh, you about to be Ursula for Halloween? See, you know what? Okay, so I'm hoping like she better listen. Y'all doing all this stuff on the internet from a place of hurt. Y'all gonna be looking crazy. Y'all gonna be looking crazy because you don't know if this woman, you don't know what this woman got going on, and y'all just putting her information out there willy nilly. I know y'all consider her to be like um a celebrity, but if it's not public knowledge and nobody knows what it is, and you, yeah, boss lady, I promise you, it gives to me the lady feel she gives me stalker vibes. She does. She's creepy. Her energy is very creepy. It don't help when people be in my comments talking about she talking about I feel like I'm in the bed next to you. Girl, what? What? Oh no, no. And then the way she gets upset, she tries to pretend like she's okay, but she smiles. And I'm like, I have to look up what that is because I've seen that before. Girl, I'm telling you, it's a lot of weird stuff going on. If you trying to convince people that you are not a stalker and you are not infatuated with this woman, I'm almost scared for her. If you really want to be honest, I'm almost scared for Peyton behind this woman. You know, because and this why you can't be nice to everybody. And then you know what's weird too? She posted another lady that she know Peyton don't get along with. Now I support both of those women. I don't intermingle. I don't know. I don't do none of that. But now you posting her because you trying to get a rise out of somebody. But the gag is you're not that important for her to care. Peyton already mentally wrote you off by the behavior you just displayed. Girl, it's a lot of weird characters in this world. It's a lot of weird characters in this world. She was like, y'all got to get me that clip. Y'all got to get me that clip. And I just think it's interesting that a lot of these women are watching this woman do this and they're still finding a reason to get on Peyton about Peyton's behavior, but they don't see any of this information being weird. Now, I seen an older lady who was kind of getting on Peyton more than she was getting on that other lady, but then the other lady got weird and snapped and turned on that lady when that lady was kind of supporting her. But the fact that she didn't say everything that she wanted her to say, she went off on the other older lady. So now the other older lady is defending herself. But you know what I find interesting? And the video she did before when she was discussing the situation between her and Peyton, it wasn't harassment. She didn't know why Peyton was doing what she was doing. Let's call it out because this is what I saw. She didn't know why Peyton was doing what she was doing. She didn't think it was unnecessary. As soon as the lady started tripping out on her because she didn't like what she said, now all of a sudden, oh, I guess it's my turn to be harassed now. And she don't want to harass Peyton anymore. It's my turn now. Oh, so you do admit, you do see it. Okay. So I'm like, that's just God doing his work, because the video prior, and I think the other lady, she just got overzealous of what she was, because that lady was really supporting her. And then the crazy part is her subscribers are now attacking her. The subscribers that I've seen in my comments, the way them hyenas that get in my comments talking about some, oh, okay, okay, girl, bye. And I'm like, ma'am, don't do that, please. It's mm-mm. Don't, please. I was like, I don't know why people come over here bothering me, because you're in my comments based off a video that I did based off of Peyton Charles, somebody you don't like, by the way, but you in my comments. I like Peyton. That's why I do commentary on her. So why? That's why I'm subscribed to her. That's why I'm following her. Why are you watching my channel if you don't like her? The second, if I was that lady who was in my comments fighting for her life with the caps on and the explanation points, if I was that weird woman and I didn't like Peyton, ain't no way I would be under other channels that say that lady name if I didn't like her. I would support the person that I said I'm supporting. That's what I'm saying. They looking all in their personal information. That, like, that's harassment. They feel like, don't think because she got money and she's on YouTube that you own her. That's weird. They sure did get molded. Taisha. Girl, you brought up an old saying. Yeah, they was definitely molded. Yep, sure was. They thought they was gonna see me in a rib shack because that's what they were used to. Little did they know. And that be the thing. I think, part of it be jealousy, part of it, and then a lot of these girls be want to be your friend, and they don't know how to say, I just want to be around you. Like, a lot of these women have a hard time with their feelings. And what I've noticed too, it I don't know where it comes from, but if you really think about it, even the little girls growing up, including myself, because I was like this when I was younger. You know how when you were younger, the girls used to be mean to the boys, and some of the boys they liked? I was mean to my husband when we went to school together, and I thought he was just, well, I still think he's the cutest thing, but I used to talk trash to him all the time. But my husband gonna talk trash back. So he used to come over my house because he used to hang out with my brothers all the time. And I was like, look at you thinking you all that. And he used to be like, no, you think I'm all that. I ain't ever said that. That's just how you feel about me. And I just feel like, oh, you mother. We still go back and forth now. But even then, girls, younger girls, I don't know how the other cultures do it, but younger Black girls, a lot of us don't really know how to process us liking somebody. I don't know if it's because we don't want to be embarrassed. We don't, we want to shoot our shot, but we don't want to shoot our shot. So we want them to shoot their shot. So we going to talk trash. I don't know what that is. But I noticed that even with my sons, they have that issue with girls pushing on them and smacking them upside their head and being very masculine when they really like them. And then they be like, Mom, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, look, I don't know. Don't give me the lion. You see what I'm saying, boss lady? I feel like these type of things need to be discussed, because I feel like when you like somebody, it should be okay for you to just say, I like you. I think we should start telling, because I tell my girls, well, I don't tell my girls about liking people. I tell them to be nice and polite, regardless to how you feel. Okay. Because they too young to be liking anything. But you know how little girls are. They're going to maybe come across somebody that they think is cute or whatever. But the last thing you need to be doing is shoving a motherfucker or something. When you see Norbert and Respucia, when she was like, push me on the slide. Like, we can't be going in into relationships and talking to men like this, because it comes into a girl, not slap her back. It comes into adulthood, and we be mean and stuff to these men, and then a lot of women be like, why can't I find nobody? Because your ass is mean. Calm the fuck down. Just an observation. Now, not of course not all women are like that, but that's just something I feel like later on in the future we will be addressing. But yeah, I think these women do like Peyton. I think, but at the same time, even though they like her, a lot of things that they see on her TV screen make them feel uncomfortable because they don't have those things. And you get that in your friend circle, you get that in adulthood, period. A lot of people, not everybody, but there's a lot of people out here in the world to be like, why can't that be me? And I keep telling people the reason why it can't be you is because that's not what that's for. That's for that person. People will be quick to say, you know what's that beat ass ever? People will be quick to say, um, people will be quick to say, what's meant for you is meant for you, but they don't be really meaning that. They really be jealous of a lot of these girls. I love the lifestyle content. I love the beautiful, the traveling, the I love watching that stuff. It's so inspirational, it's inspiring. I have them in the background of on my TV while I'm practicing on my court reporting stuff. And like, okay, okay. And now I'm not gonna say like I'm gonna eventually travel like that too, because I travel already. But you know, maybe there's some place that they're gonna go. Cause I never knew. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't hear about no damn Turks and Caicos till I got on YouTube and seen everybody else go. And I'm like, nah, I want to go. So now that okay, let's do. But Turks and Caicos be so booked. Anyway, I already looked. It's you gonna have to get some months to years out. I mean, you could go to Turks and Caicos, but I like the all inclusive spots. I have never. Me and my husband and my kids, we have not been to an Airbnb yet. And I just haven't, I don't know, I haven't got into the Airbnb thing. And the crazy thing is, I see content creators go to Airbnbs all the time and they be nice, they be beautiful, but they be cool. But I like the hotels. I don't know what that is. I enjoy the hotels. I like the little room service. I like them making up my bed. And I'm pretty sure they do that in Airbnbs too. But I'm a Cancer, okay? And when we're used to certain things, I like seeing that. I hate change. I drive my husband nuts because the living room will be a certain way and I will keep it that way. And then once he changes it, because he's tired of looking at it, he'll see my eye twitch. And he'll say this every time. After a couple of weeks, you'll get used to it. And I do. I do. He makes me get used to it, and then I get used to it, and then he'll change it again. A complete eye twitch. I don't like change. I don't. Change is something that I'm one of those Cancers. I don't know if any other Cancers are like that, but I'm one of those Cancers. When I go to to Subway, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna order the same damn thing. Y'all know when I go to Denny's, I order the same thing. It's gonna be the Grand Slam with a steak, or the steak and eggs, which is basically the Grand Slam. Instead of me having bacon, I'm having a steak with a pancake and some cheese eggs. I'm gonna get the same thing every time. Okay, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna get the same thing every time. I don't like change. Don't bother me. I like my boringness. Let me be boring. That's me. In certain areas, okay, all right. Well, shit, I don't like change. Don't play with me. Now, do I like exploring and doing new things? And yes, but I don't know. Like, I'm gonna put this in my vlog, but there's something that I have to do different with my certifications, and I'm uncomfortable because it's different. It might even be easier, but it's different, and it's throwing me off real bad. Am I gonna do it? Yes, but I'm a certain. I don't know. I'm weird like that. It just depends on what it is, but for the most part, the majority of things, I don't like change. I get YouTube just changed their content creator thing. I'm mad as hell. Like didn't nobody tell you to do that? And now I gotta relearn this. Mm-mm. I was already mad at Instagram trying to do shorts. Like, what are y'all doing with? Anyway, let me go back to the topic because I was just about to go on a tangent. I think the Peyton Charles hate is forced. I think a lot of those women who feel like she may be bragging is because they feel in their mind that's something that they may not be able to see or ever to be able to obtain. Because people who can obtain those type of things or get there don't have those type of issues. If somebody sees something that they like, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go get that. Where you get that at? Oh, I went and got that. Woo woo. Okay, let me go and grab that real quick, and then we move on. Then we move on. People who don't, and I'm not just saying like just poor people in general, poor mindset. A poor mindset is someone who feel like they can't get it. Peach McIntyre was just talking about a poor mindset just a little bit ago because she was going back and forth with that lady and she said a poor mindset. There are people out here who really feel like they can't get what that other person has or have access to what that person has, so they hate on it. And again, you don't like using the term hate because it seems like it writes it off, but that's just what it is. Why would I get upset with somebody traveling somewhere when I can go there too? But a lot of people don't feel like they can ever get there. When there's plenty of ways to get there. There's plenty of ways to access money. There's plenty of ways to improve your life. There's plenty of ways to do things. But if you have a poor mindset, you're never going to get there. You done already failed by thinking you can't achieve it. And I think that's what a lot of people miss with Peyton. I have always been that type of person, even when I was at my worst. And I'm talking about down bad, honey. When I was homeless, I used to be around people who had more money. And I used to say, like when I used to go visit my uncle, he moved since then, but he had this beautiful house. And I was like, man, this is so inspirational. I gotta get me something like this. This is very inspirational. And that's how I look at with people. Oh, that's great. That's not okay. That okay, cool. But some people who can't obtain it or feel like they can't obtain it, and the reason why they can't, because they feel like they can't, um, they don't move that way. They get jealous, they get upset, they get mad. And it's not easy work. Everything is difficult. You gotta choose your heart. You gotta choose your heart. Everything is difficult in life. Nothing is easy. They sure ain't make it that way. When at one time it might have been, but it ain't no couple of lifetimes that I've witnessed. Not even in the past. You know what, T? I really be feeling they do just hate on her content because she really just does. She'll do stuff like travel out of the country or go drive around, ride horses, ride motorcycles. Like that stuff is so entertaining to me. When she came to Cali, I was like, she out in Cali, yay! Hey, enjoy it. Beautiful weather out here, except for that ghetto mess y'all saw in my shorts. That's short. That weather had my car looking bad. I promise you that weather does not happen often out here. That was just like a once in a lifetime thing. Hydro locking that engine like that. Oh no. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? That's what you have to surround yourself with people who are inspiring because you want to but not become that person, but you want to have the inspiration to do things your way, the way you want it. And trust me, even there's a lot of content creators on here that I see that I'm like, dang, why aren't y'all viral? Your content is amazing. But I think a lot of people don't watch because those people have. And I think, I don't know, like this economy is not doing well at all. Like it's $100 to walk down the street. Okay. I promise you, I get about like four or five things, $85. I'll be like, what the hell did I get? I just be like, oh, even with couponing, I don't get the fact that I coupon, I don't get past over $100, but it's still higher than Snoop Dogg. Okay. But you gotta, you do what you do. It's high. Everything is people are losing their jobs. It's a freeze right now. Like nobody's working that works for the government. Well, other than Congress getting paid, but it's a lot of people who are robbing Peter to pay Paul. A lot of people scratching and surviving. It's really rough out here. It's not. I was telling my boys, like, when I was becoming an adult, you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment for $500, $450. Now, 1,400, 1,500, and that's if you're like not in the popular areas. You go to LA, forget about it. 3X, easy. You're gonna have to roommate with somebody. So they don't make it easy for people. And it's not like, back in the day, you could get a regular job working maybe at a retail store, at McDonald's, whatever. Now, I think I seen Panda Express was hiring. They was paying $23 an hour. That's the new minimum wage. Now, I know that's probably different. I know it's different from down south and further down, but $23 an hour is a lot of money in another state. Just saying. $23 an hour is ain't gonna do shit for nobody in California. Just saying. It's gonna do some, but not much. Can y'all drop the link for Triesha to Peyton's channel? Cause she don't have it. But I like her content. I think her content's very refreshing. I think the situation that happened to her, as far as what happened in the relationship that she had, is unfortunate, and it happened. It's not something that was unique. Everybody has been through it, gone through it, or going through it currently. It's not a secret. But I feel like when that happened to Peyton, I felt bad because I'm like, damn, I know there's a lot of bitches on here that's gonna be like, yay, that's what she like. They took joy in that. And I thought that was really shitty. I was like, I knew these hoes was gonna take joy because they felt like, oh yeah, so when she ain't got that, it was really weird. It was really, really, really weird energy. People like to see you down bad because of what they got going on in their life. And every YouTube channel that I went to that was trying to be funny and was being nasty, I seen why they what they were. Now there was this lady. She's in the medical field, and she commented because she was very offended, and she broke down um how we all know in the medical field that a lot of black women are affected with births and stuff like that. They don't be packing fair in the medical field like that. They be acting like black women got the strength of Samson and we don't be in pain. Okay, I don't like a paper cut, but they think you she wrote a hero in some of these doctors' offices, because I was told somewhere in them books they say that, well, it's based on racism. They say that, black people can't feel pain. Bullshit. What that little kid say? Bullshit, bullshit. No, hell no. Um, no. I can't do no pain. But so she was breaking that down, and I was seeing what she was saying, and I didn't care. It didn't like do anything until at the end she says all of that stuff about how risky it is for black women to have pregnancies because of how they're treated, and then say that is the least of Peyton's worries. And I was like, oh no, that's where she lost me. That came from a very nasty place, because why say that? What did you get out of what was that? Wait a minute. I was like, oh no, that's not it. So I told her, let's not make this personal. Let's not make this about emotions, because that's not it at all. She told me she was stating facts, and I'm like, ain't nothing factual about saying what the least of Peyton Charles' worries is, okay? Because the least of her worries could be what she gonna eat for dinner. That ain't no fact. That's your opinion that you tried to spin off like it was a fact, and it's not. Now, what you said prior before that was a fact. But saying that's the least of her worries was very shady. It was nasty. And it just it makes you feel like you trying to speak something on somebody. Your words are very powerful, and we know where that come from. But she responded back, and she said something factual that didn't involve Peyton. And I said, okay, that I don't mind. But all that nasty stuff, you doing all that little extra stuff, that is not. I don't see how that's necessary. When I don't know if they ever had any interactions with this woman to just feel like that. I think that's crazy. I'm like, dang, girl, like, what is it? And that's what I'm saying with the other lady. This lady is, in my opinion, she's actively stalking in real life, in real time. Every single day is a video about this woman. Now, it got to the point where she got struck. Her channel is at risk because almost every damn thing on your shit was about her. She shouldn't have caught you slipping like that. Every single video. Well, not every single video, but like damn near. Yeah, and I don't understand why. Like, why do they do that? Why are you wishing your downfall on somebody that even if something happened to that person to where they don't have what they have the next day, your life is still going to be the same. You still going to be in whatever position you are in right now. But you know what type of women I don't see that with? Who do that? I don't see women who are happy with their lives do that to other people. I just don't. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a woman who's comfortable in her skin, comfortable in who she was, really just cool, down to earth, just go after somebody just on GP. Now, if you want to talk about the ratchet ghetto-ness, you can talk about the ratchet ghetto-ness. Like, if you want to do that, that's cool, but because I do it. I talk about these ratchet, trifling people. I seen, and I didn't even post this video because it was just some videos I'm just not going to post. And the video that I seen, I could talk about it. It was this teenage girl cussing at her baby. And I said, this is why we need to stop teen pregnancy. Now, there's a lot of women who were teens who had babies and they were able to do what they needed to do. But that was just so sad. She yelling at the baby. The little baby's a toddler. The baby's telling her she hate her. And she's like, I hate you too. And I'm like, oh my God. And then the person that was filming it, you want to snatch them up because it's like, you just going to sit here and watch this. You ain't going to intervene. You ain't going to say, hey, come on now. Like, you not going to help. Like, you just gonna record for your viral moment. I think that's the problem with social media as a whole, and I'm gonna keep saying it. People want their viral moment. They don't care how they get it. It's a lot of people now that I see like reaction channels react to videos that aren't real. And I did a video about a lady who would come on here and make different lies and scenarios to trigger people or to do clickbait and do certain things like that to get views and it don't be real. She went viral at least 3 or 4 times for 3 or 4 different lies about disrespecting a man, and it went viral. And people don't pay attention to that. You seen that, Cheryl? I was like, how the hell did this get on my timeline? Yeah, Kyron was fed up because it was like, she's like, are y'all okay? It's not even that deep. Boss lady, that you might see it now that I spoke on it. It might show up on your TikTok, but it was just so sad. It was dark. In her video, she was always saying comments on Peyton, even sent her phone. Shut up. Girl, what? Now, stuff like that, ain't that weird behavior? Like, we just not gonna call that out? Is that what we're doing? Like, y'all want to talk about pick-me's? That's really weird. you got to respect people's personal space. If somebody don't want to deal with you, and don't inbox them, don't tag them, don't. I don't understand that. Yeah, it does give obsession. That Listen, T, that's what I be saying. That's why these women who comment, who try to justify that lady's behavior, I'm like, y'all want to talk about PayPal's and y'all want to say PayPal's let her do this and allow it and nobody call her out, nobody. Y'all want to say all of that, but this lady is actively stalking her. Like she really like full blown talk about, dreaming about her and okay, she look, I'm not gonna bring up the dream thing because she said it was misconstrued. So she'll play victim with that. So we're not gonna use that. What we will use is the behavior she's been doing thus far. Every day it's about Peyton. Peyton and took the day off. Peyton is chilling. She's relaxing. She minding her business. But guess who we gonna get an update from? The stalker, the alleged stalker. No, she didn't. She wants her attention. She wants her attention. But what's annoying me more than anything about this whole situation is she's trying to pretend like there's no reason why Peyton should be upset about her childish behavior. She's supposed to accept it. Now I don't know if she's done that to the people that's been in her life. So since she's done that to the people that's been in her life and they haven't held her accountable or checked her for her behavior, she feels comfortable enough to do it to strangers. But that's what she comes off as. I don't like being around people who make a mistake. They apologize. That's just like what Nas with the gram. Nas for the gram. He apologized for that craziness that he did, and then turned around and was like, "Well, I'm not gonna keep talking about this back and forth." I'm like, you gotta eat it for a couple of days. It's okay. You just gotta eat it and sit with it. But when you're embarrassed and you don't like it, it makes you feel uncomfortable. You start spazzing out and you make yourself the victim. When she put herself in that circumstance, girl, she was hoping for more than just that. I don't think she was caring because I believe Peyton shouted her out before. I don't think it was just a shout out. She wanted the lifestyle Peyton has, and I'm not saying like she want to go on trips and stuff. She want to be able to not struggle. That's what I feel like it is. She want to be able to not struggle. That's what it is. That woman has struggle all over her face. She has stress all over her face. She just has a lot going on. You can see it on her. You could see it on her, and she try and try and she try to help out the people around her and she try to do the best she can, but it's something is off. Okay, I'm usually right by the people that when I see the energy I usually be right about how I call things. Y'all know I was right about the last one, but there's something in there. There's something in there, and I think since Peyton and Peyton was defending herself by going to that woman's inbox, right? Peyton consider her to be cool. That's why she was in her inbox. If Peyton was really trying to bully her or try to do anything to demean her, she would have went on the internet about it first, and her and that woman would have never had that conversation. You get what I'm saying? She gave that woman enough respect to hop in her inbox and say, "Hey, you hurt my feelings when you did this. I thought we was really cool, and I just wanted to let you know that really hurt me. I check these channels, or I say what I need to say about these channels, and do what I do with these channels. These channels be talking about me and my daughter and all. You've been there, you've seen this, and for you to know this and understand this, and us being having this rapport for the time we had this rapport, um now you doing this, that's funny." So instead of the lady tried to say, "I told everybody that was my bad," and after she done announced it to everybody, "I told everybody it was my bad and that was on me and da 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 da." But then, she got in her feelings. You can't claim you apologize to somebody and then do them dirty. That really just dismisses the apology you claim you was trying to say in the first place. And, to the women who can be respectful, who support that woman's craziness, I would love to hear their side. I wish one of them was up right now in the chat so I can discuss that with them, because I don't mind them chatting about it just as long as they're respectful. Yeah. Like a big ass kid. Listen, boss lady, that's what it gives me. That's what it gives me. You got to be careful of stuff like that, because you think somebody like you and they rock with you the whole time they plotting. That's what happened to Shanquilla Robinson. Do you hear me? That woman went and traveled with people that she thought was her friends, and the whole time they had demons in them and they was jealous of that woman's success. We not gonna pretend like that don't happen. That's why I say, when people like I'm a girl's girl and they say all this girls girl stuff, you got to be careful with that girls girl shit. That girl shit will get you caught the fuck up in some shit you don't even want to be in, because a lot of these girls aren't girls. They just want to be where you're at. They just nice nasty. They don't know how to treat people, but they have this entitlement on how they should be treated. It's very weird, and when it gets called out, they get uncomfortable. It's just no accountability. And that woman did not hold herself accountable. You said you spoke when you shouldn't have spoken about something that was not true. And the fact that the other the other people try to justify it, it's not right, because you wouldn't want nobody spreading or help spreading rumors about anybody in your family or you. So why do you think it's okay for her to do it? Because she on YouTube? It's okay for her to do it to Peyton because Peyton's on YouTube. It has a lot of subscribers. That don't make no sense. So she's supposed to take it because she make a lot of money, or she on YouTube and she has a luxury lifestyle. So it's okay to do that to her. That's what I hear every time these women try to say, well, so and so said it in the comments first. It was somebody else who said it, yes, and she repeated it and added on to that. This is supposed to be your girl. You supposed to love her down and all this stuff, and you pray for her every night. That makes you question what kind of praise you praying. I seen that lady in somebody else's video talking about Peyton. And I'm like, at this point, you're eat, breathing, and sleeping her. You can't do that. When you start eat, breathing, and sleeping a motherfucker, and as soon as you wake up, that's the first person you think about before you even brush your teeth, you need to go sit on somebody's couch. You need to really reevaluate your life, and what you do about things, and what you say, and how you go about your life. I guarantee you, where that lady is at life is where she gonna stay, because she said she was in her 50s. Between that time of you getting there to there, you've been in the same spot. That's nobody's fault but yours. If you like where you at, that's fine. But I don't believe that's true that you like where you at, because you wouldn't behave the way you do. You just taking it in stride. You just taking it in stride. That's what oh, well, sun will come out tomorrow. That's the energy she gave me. Then she's saying something about she get food stamps. Is she mad because Peyton can buy her own food and she gonna do? Oh yeah, oh my God. She get food stamps. Well, let me see. Who qualifies for food stamps at that age? Let me think. I want to say she's raising her grandkids, and that's why she get food stamps. Regardless of, she might not, and obviously you gave a good example. She may not. Some people will see somebody else's lifestyle and feel like, I want to be there. And then there's two type of people that would take that, if no food next month. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do another video of part 2 of the food stamps. I'm letting everybody know who has an Aldi's. Y'all know how I feel about my coupon stuff. I already gave y'all the information on Ibotta. I gotta check my Ibotta and see if Ibotta has Aldi's. Anyway, go to Aldi's, For $40, they have to where you buy a turkey, everything that you need for Thanksgiving for $40. $40 total, and you get the turkey, you get the sides, you get the cranberry sauce, you get all of that on the list. Aldi's be really coming through. I think I went to Aldi's like one time. I need to go again to see. I think I'm sleeping on Aldi's a little bit, but I don't know if y'all heard that. So if anybody is receiving food stamps and they high, are they high? Why everybody be talking about Aldi's is cheap? Okay, so the one time that I did go to Aldi's, the chicken was fairly cheap, but everything else I was just like, I'm gonna just go to Winco. But anybody who has a Winco, last year we got a free turkey. So what happens is if you spend a certain amount of groceries at Win, I don't know if they're gonna do it this year. I have not got the notification, but if they do have the notification, I will let y'all know. But if you shop at Winco and you spend a certain amount, they'll give you a free turkey. They did that last year. No, they did it the year before last. But their turkeys are fairly affordable. But still use the Ibotta app to get the cashback rewards. And you guys, I can't say you guys will be fine because I don't know nobody's circumstance, but I don't know. Okay, so don't quote me on it, but they'll have some type of specials. And for the people who are disappointed in food stamps may or may not be coming next month, you guys have to think about it like this too, though. If something does, if they really follow through with not giving people their food, it's only so much you can do to citizens before the citizens decide to make the change. So they're just gonna have to deal with that how they're going to deal with that. And when people can't buy anything, it's not just going to affect the people who receive food stamps who pay for their food. It's going to affect the stores, the corporations, and they want their money. So either the food is going to go down because it's going to go bad because nobody's going to buy it, and it's going to be drama, and it's going to be looting, and it's going to be all types of crazy stuff, or they just doing this to, I don't know what they doing it for. Don't get me to lying. But yeah, that could be why though. She might not. Yeah, food pantries. Somebody said that they be giving stuff out at churches and stuff. They be having things. People gonna find a way, but once it start affecting the stores, once they start 100 is now, yeah. Once they start affecting the stores' money and Walmart money, they're gonna have to do something. Cause let's be real, we know who America be trying to take care of around here. Okay. Okay. So, you know, and somebody sent me a screenshot. I guess Medi-Cal and Social Security is not affected by this for now, as far as I know, because I guess their budget is different. I don't know. Don't get me the line. I don't work for the county office, but I'm gonna post that video probably tomorrow. But yeah, so I don't know what's wrong with that lady. I know it could be multiple things. It could be an obsession. It could be some people don't like the way their life is. Now, let's not get it twisted. Peyton has talked about her life, and she's went to the Navy, and she's did a lot of things. That's not waking up in the morning with a silver spoon in your mouth. From what I've seen on Peyton's life and her story, she worked for everything she got. YouTube, and I'm gonna say this too: the YouTube checks that woman get, and the sponsorships, that's work. Okay, it's work. That's why y'all not getting y'all vlogs. Okay, it's a lot. You gotta record, you gotta edit, and Peyton really puts her time into it with the music. She does her research. She get the nice cameras. She do it. She go all out. She goes all out. She really put her heart and soul in that. And I got a lot, like, even with me, I have like multiple vlogs backed up that I have to post, but I ain't posted them because I ain't edited them. I have reaction videos that I have to post. I ain't post them because I ain't finished editing them. It's not easy. The YouTube stuff is not easy. People think you just upload content and then it's just that. When they were sending me sponsorship packages, and I had to do the sponsorship packages, it was tough. And you had to do it in a certain amount of time, okay? Or these sponsorships will not deal with you anymore. They need to see you working. It's work. This is not stuff that you're getting for free. I think people have a false sense of what YouTube actually is. Even with CJ So Cool, he got to go live. He got to talk about this. He got to make people laugh. He got to dance in the circle. He got to entertain y'all. All these content creators on YouTube who has a lot of subscribers, they put a lot back into their craft. They do. It's a lot of work, okay? And I've been doing a lot of stuff, right? But a lot of the stuff that I have been doing has been in the comfort of my own home. So I don't always think about, let me plug in a camera, let me vlog this, let me vlog that. I cannot, I'm not saying I cannot record my classroom, but I don't want to record my classroom because I'm not the only person in that classroom, and I don't want to put my teacher on the internet. Because I don't know if she want to be on the internet. And if she is on the internet, I'm not gonna put her name, or you know what I'm saying. You don't know what. And I'm pretty sure she don't care because she be everywhere. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm not gonna put it up there and you see all the students and you see the student's name and everybody know everybody first name, last name. I could put me up there. I could put little snippets and stuff like that. You might see a face or two, but you don't want to put everybody information all out there unless they just like, girl, let me be in your vlog or something like that. It's a lot to it. Even when you go to these stores and stuff and they got the meta glasses and everything like that, a lot of that stuff, people don't like being recorded. People feel uncomfortable being on camera. They don't, even though when you walk outside you can see the same person in public. But I guess it's different when it's on the internet. I don't know. But vlogging is not easy. It's not easy. I was supposed to post that hotel video of us in Ontario a long time ago, and I only sent y'all half of it. I think I only sent y'all the room tour. I don't think I sent y'all like me touring the whole hotel. I can't even remember because I think I recorded the gym. I recorded. Did we go to the mall? Where did we go? We went to Denny's, and then I don't think we went to a mall. No, we didn't go to the mall that time because we went to a different hotel versus the hotel we usually go to. And the hotel we usually go to, the mall is like right around the corner. And this hotel, we had to get on the freeway. And me and my husband was like, we not getting on a damn freeway. I don't even want to do it. So, yeah. One person asked you to stop posting them and you continue, you are considered a bully. If I were paid, I would pay her dust. She wants attention. You know, it's hard to pay people like that dust. And let me tell you why. I know quite a few content creators who deal with that. What Peyton is going through is one of many. And she don't know it yet. And that's the scary part. What Peyton is going through is one of many. It has to be stopped. There has to be some form of protection from some content creators who are getting stalked to the point where people are tagging them every day or trying to see what they're doing every day. Like, listen, a lot of these people go too far. Even with her saying her government name. Like, why are you saying her name? She ain't Destiny's Child. She ain't asked you to say her name. Like, why are you saying her name? But Pretty Mama Save, can you answer me this question? Because I don't know. Has Peyton ever posted her government name publicly or spoken about it, or you can access it publicly? Because that part I don't know. I've never heard her say that. If I've never heard her say that and I don't see it and I can't look it up and it's not public, that could be a very serious legal issue. I need somebody to answer that to me because I've never heard it. And and Peyton, she may pay her dust, she may not pay her dust. It really depends, you know. And Peyton can do whatever she wants with the situation, but at the same time, Sometimes you got to stop people in their tracks when they're doing the most. And people who think they can continue doing things like that, some don't know how to stop. Some will go overboard. So if anybody knows that, because when she said her government, I'm going to just call her this. Oh, okay. Okay, so I need to speak to somebody who knows, because if she's never said if she's never put her public information out there and she just doxed her like that, uh, that could come with a lot of backlash. How you get free gas? I want some free gas. But I'm gonna tell you right now, and there's a lot of content creators. There's a lot of people who are popular on social media. I'll say that, who are getting harassed, who are getting stalked, who are getting doxxed, who are getting a lot of terrible things happening to them behind the scenes, and they think it's okay. There was this one person who flew to where a content creator business was, and it was premeditated. He told everybody he was going to go see where this content creator was at, made a whole live about it. This is scary, stalkerish behavior. But since this particular social media personality is popular, people feel like they can do whatever they want to people because he's that popular. You can't do that. You can't do that. That man flew across state lines, took an airplane away across the world from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. Some people may know who I'm speaking about, some people may not. But he did all of that to go visit a man that did not want to see him, wasn't looking for him. No, he didn't like him. No, he didn't agree with him. But he took the time out of his life to go see that man. That person had supporters, and that person's supporters paid for that. When you start doing stuff like that, that type of stuff needs to stop. And then they'll dox you, and then they'll look for all your personal information, find documents about you, say you this person, say you that person, looking on. That's harassment. I think she was a parent. I think she was embarrassed by the comments, and her OG spirit kicked in. Girl, who? Cause I don't know. You can tell she was embarrassed. She didn't like the fact that that dream topic was a topic of discussion. But aside of her talking about the dream shit, girl, you doing too much. And I don't like that a lot of females are just allowing it to happen. They're not speaking against it because they don't like to. Well, I didn't like what she said, so better for her. We supposed to be well, we used to be at one time the best, the fresh things is sliced bread, but our shit's so goddamn tainted at this point. Cause, mm-mm, yeah, I personally feel like I don't think and to answer who was it? What's your name? I'm sorry. They was doing that here by Willie, forget his name, last black man in Chicago. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like they're doing it to all the content creators, social media personalities. You can't do that just because you feel like a person is popular or famous. You can't. It's a thing about disagreeing with people and having an opinion and just being weird. That's doing too much. You flying where that person is at. You're in every live that talks about that person. You in every video. If that person is live, you in the bushes listening to every word they say. That's some sick ass shit. That really is. That's some sick ass shit. They came for her like the beehive and she went left. Well, I don't even think they came for her. They was just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, at your age, we have an expectation of you knowing better because at this age, you should know better. Like, why is this a secret? You've been on this earth long enough to know that your behavior is too much. You have. And she tries to cover it up with Bible quotes, and it's such an embarrassing, it's secondhand embarrassment because it's like in my opinion, you using Bible quotes to be evil, to be nasty. That's just my opinion about it. I know she don't care about my opinion because I ain't Peyton. If I was Peyton, she'd be like, ooh, she be jizzed up, honey. She light up like a Christmas tree every time it got anything to do with Peyton, and that's scary. That is scary. I need people who see other people on social media who may have a few subscribers or a lot more subscribers than you have, who are living their best life. I need a lot of them people who on the sideline who feel like they can't even get it in the club to calm down. I just I will never understand it. I don't know. I've never been the one to understand that. And I've never been the one to understand the women who support that. Hey girl, I love you, but let's talk about something else. Let's talk about your videos. Let's talk about your vlogs. Let's talk about that. Cause she's steady talking about Peyton while trying to promote her vlog channels that don't nobody want to see. Like she got a handful of people she want to see. And then she got to call her homegirl to let her homegirl know she live so she can have somebody to talk to just in case don't nobody else pop up. And then when them people pop up, she lights up because she like, oh man, they see me. I'm here. They see me. Anti, you remember when we went to 22 Beauty? Yeah, that was weird too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Pulling up to the pulling up to spots you're not welcome for a person you don't like is crazy. I remember when they did that shit to Nike. They was making all kinds of videos going up trying to see where Nike was at and doing all like, girl, why? Why y'all doing that? If y'all don't like this woman, why? You know what? She said the Bible quotes in the bed had me unsubscribed. Okay, that is too much. Willie Wealthy Man Wilson is the man who gave. Okay, okay, okay. And they was hating on him, and that's what I want to say again. A lot of these people they give back, right? So even with Peyton, there was a time where she had a PO box and she said she had people sending stuff and she would promote them or shout them out with their business and stuff, and she didn't after life got like with the vlogs and stuff and you get busy, it's really hard to balance those things out, right? So she didn't have um as much time as she didn't needed to go to the PO box. So but she did that for people. That's free promo from somebody who doesn't have to do that. And she did it for a lot of businesses. There was another lady who turned on her. She promoted her business. A lot of people found out who she was, and that lady was just talking trash about her. And let me say this, just because somebody do something for you, you are not obligated to not say something that you don't agree with them with. But if you're going to do that because you feel like you need to do that, the best way to handle that, in my opinion, is to inbox them if it's that serious. If it's not that serious to you and you feel like you have to go on social media to talk about it, you was never cool with that person in the first place. You just wanted something out of them. And the only benefit of being with that person is what they could do for you. And once you felt like you didn't need them anymore, you throw them away. And then when they check you or they in your inbox asking you why you behaving the way you behaving, you make a spectacle of yourself by posting it online and talking about it for the rest of the damn week. Now, am I going to talk about it? Yes, because I am a reaction channel. I'm not like a lot of these other channels that were created The channels that I've seen that are reactions channels now used to be vlog channels. They just converted into something else. I've always been a reaction channel. I just throw a couple of vlogs in there every now and then because people want to see. Some people like, and I don't even say it be a lot, like maybe 4 or 5 people want to see what I'm doing. But okay, cool. And that's what the term fans and fanatics. Fans and fanatics. Anti-pastor don't listen to everyone who quote the Bible. Okay, I said that earlier. The devil knew everything about the Bible, the ins and outs. That too. I'm telling you that too. You can't pay me to keep talking about the same person every single calendar day. Nope. Am I going to talk about certain topics of ghetto-ness? Absolutely. But the same person every single day? Nope. No. That's why when you go and look at my videos, you'll see a sprinkle here, sprinkle there. And depending on what is taking place at that time is the topic of subject. Okay? I'm not going to go and look at somebody's video and go, look at that bitch toenails. It ain't even painted green. It should be red. Like that's the type of shit I be seeing on these reaction channels. What is she wearing? What she got on? They do that to Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields, Clarissa Shields be doing just her. And they get so mad. They get so mad. I don't know what it is. And this is a different subject, but the Layla Ali shit is crazy. And I want people to understand when people say they don't like Clarissa Shields because she's cocky and she's a boxer. What do you guys think boxers have been doing for their life? Mayweather did it. Her Layla Ali's own daddy did it. Hell, he the one started it the most. He was notorious for it. So I all that to me when again it's forced hate. I seen a big bitch devil talking about the Bible, but out here saying nasty shit on kids. Oh yeah, I believe it. Yeah, we should be able to agree to disagree. Who is that? Hey, I said turn that down. I'm live. You gonna get me copyright. Is that your music? Oh yeah, YouTube gonna be like, yeah, you gonna get me struck. Like what is that? Oh, my bad, mom. Reason why I went to sleep. Want to eat something Dad cooked? Okay. We almost threw up, and I wasted the whole day basically. Oh, you gotta learn how to cook, son. How do you not know how to make a grilled cheese sandwich? Grown man, by the way. No, I was just play. I was play. It's all right. Just next time, don't make it that. I like making grilled cheese sandwich with the sliced cheese. Next time, use the sliced cheese. Did you use grease to cook the grilled cheese salad, sir? Butter or use the George Foreman grill? Just yeah. Well, it costed you the whole day. Yikes! All right, son. Lord, grilled cheese gonna keep him constipated. Oh, I muted it real quick. He had his headphones on and they was blasted. I could hear it because of the living room echoing. I muted it before I could. I'm like, I don't want to hear that. He be listening to Mozzie and all that stuff. I hear it now. Yeah, it sound like Mozzie. What y'all talk about? What big bitch? Are y'all talking about the Mucinex boogers? Is that what y'all talk about? Are the Mucinex boogers still talking about CJ? I'm just not gonna go back and forth with a bitch who can eat at the heart attack food restaurant for free in Vegas. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me, bitch. If you can stand on that scale and eat for free because you 350 and up, I just don't have it. You gonna have to argue with somebody else. I can't argue with a bitch like that. I'm not arguing with no Mucinex boogers. I'm just not gonna do it. Try to go to urgent care, try you should, because urgent care is smaller and you get to see more people. What I say? I'm for real. Shit. Have y'all seen that shit at the y'all seen the heart attack restaurant in Vegas? If you 350 pounds, you can eat for free. Okay? And they say you gotta eat all your food or you gonna get smacked in your butt. I'm not about to be arguing with nobody who can do that. Okay? I just no. I'm not gonna argue with no doctor no candidates. I just anybody can who can be a doctor no patient, y'all got that. Y'all got that. Okay. If you are eligible to have Zoom calls with Dr. No, just leave me out of it. That's just where I'm at with that. I'm serious. Like I'm not about to do that. I seen that burger he had be 300 plus eat. No, 350. 350. You got to be 350 pounds to eat free at that place. I bullshit you not. Oh my God. No. Mm-mm. Nope. Yeah, but that's all I had to say. That Peyton Charles situation is very irritating because it's so many factors with it. This lady is actively stalking her by talking about her every day. And the people who are participating in it are the people who want to hear about Peyton. If you don't like Peyton, you don't agree with her, don't watch her. Don't get her views up. Y'all know what we did to Charlene. I was never subscribed. I don't know. I don't think I was ever subscribed to her. Maybe when she was like with CJ and she was like when she just left CJ, that's when I was subscribed to her. I unsubscribed to her when she started trying to use her children as a pawn. I can't rock with that. If you gotta use your children to so a nigga can behave the way you feel like he should behave, I can't co-sign that. So I think that's around the time I unsubscribed when she started doing that. Beforehand, I was subscribed like, okay, well, let's see her journey, how she gonna do things by herself, and we all know how that went. But when it start getting weird, that's when I unsubscribe. I don't subscribe and watch people channel just to see if they talking about me or if they got something to say about that. I think that's weird, and I think that's what a lot of these people like to do. And I'm not gonna do that. But you know what? She said they gonna be hungry next month. Oh, I know they mad. Listen, I don't talk about nobody when they down, but shit, that might work to their benefit. Tell them to take some of that fat off their back. The place I seen had to be 300 plus to get a free burger meal in the downtown strip. I think we talking about the same place, boss lady. But I thought it was 350. I might be wrong. It could be 300 or 350. Because I was telling my husband, I was like, we should just go to see that. He was like, I'm not eating none of that shit. Did you see that shit? And I looked. I was like, well, I'll try to get like the small one burger patty. He's like, you're not going to finish that. Because that alone, I guess, is like 3 or 4 pounds. I was like, yeah, we're probably not going to go. Because ain't nobody whooping my ass because I didn't finish no food. I'm just, mm-mm. I think we talking about the same place though. Right. They talk about Nike all day, but Nike's in nursing school. Nike is improving her life. Kamari's in cheerleading. So it goes to what I say. People who have miserable lives, people who are jealous of others, and they don't know how to get their life together. You said I unsubscribed from her mother before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But you see, that's how we did her. We unsubscribed, we stopped watching. We all know where them views went, honey. Them views went exactly where they need to go. If that's true, like if you really don't rock with a person, and I don't expect reaction channels in general to do that. I do that. I'm not like every other reaction channel, but I know because a lot of reaction channels here that are talking about this subject are misconstruing the facts. They're just basically trying to make it seem like this is from a couple of from a couple of reaction channels. This is what I've been hearing about the Peyton Charles situation. This is how they present it. Y'all, okay, so I don't know, but I heard, and I'm like, huh? So from what I gather, because I don't know, so I'ma just say this. Oh, so you just saying shit. So you just go come on the internet and say shit. Okay. Okay. I I be looking at some of these reaction channels. I'm like, okay, you can really tell they just on here just trying to get money off of, they don't have any passion behind it. With certain things, you when you do certain things, you should have a passion behind it. Now, I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil. Okay, when I post political videos, that's just for clicks and views because I don't care about politics. I don't. I feel like neither one of them doing right. I see right through what both of them are doing. Both of them have agendas. Nobody is trying to save us. Nobody is trying to come to protect us. No, it's whatever agenda that they have to meet for whatever they got going on. That's my opinion on politics. So when I see people argue about politics, I just watch. I don't care. Vote for whoever you want to vote for. I don't care. That's y'all opinion. That's how y'all feel, how a person is moving. It was gonna happen let me tell you something, boss lady. There was a law that was passed in the state of California, and it's not a bad law. It's a law that protects consumers actually, and it has so in order to sell a car, they added more regulations to sell a car. Although it's a good law that was passed, I've never seen that law to be on anything to vote for. So where the fuck did it come from? Okay? On today's episode of people just doing shit. Now this is not a bad law, but then there was another law for environmental something or whatever. So in the state of California, I don't know if it's happening out there. We all have to have a compost pile trash can. Nobody voted for that. Another law that was passed. Now, this was actually on the voters' bill, but I promise you, ain't nobody say, yes, I want to pay 10 cents more for a damn grocery bag. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. So you got all these laws getting passed. Ain't nobody seen these laws to get voted for, but we got, okay. So that's why I let people just, y'all have it. If you want to feel like this person's destroying the country and you want to feel like this person is destroying the country, okay. That's why I don't care. I don't care. I can only control what's going on around me and the environment around me. Okay. Good night, Traisha. What was her comment? I didn't see that. Hold on. Was that the comment to say good night, Traisha? Or did I miss something else? Oh, I seen that comment. Girl, ain't nobody worried about that. You I think a man calling another man um I think a grown man calling another grown man gay is weird when they are the ones who had to go move in with the woman that they were with across states, and they're living off of that woman. And they do all of the female behaviors, and they talk about other men all day. I think that's projection. Aldi went up on bags too. That's what I'm saying. We don't watch Charlene. We done called out her terrible behavior. Everything that I said that was gonna happen is gonna happen. Now, I will say this. I know somebody who is harassing her. It ain't me, but I know somebody who is actively harassing her right now. And although some of it is funny, but if you're posting about that person every day, that is harassment. It is. Regardless of who it was, who it is, it's still harassment. That I will say. I'm not about to be posted about somebody 50 million times a day. Now, that's probably how that person is eating. I don't know who is behind that channel, but there's another channel who posts about CJ every day, doing the same stalker stuff. That's harassment. When every video you have is about CJ, Nike, and Kamari, all in and how terrible they are, you, sir, ma'am, are a stalker. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And people need to start speaking out against these channels who keep tagging people who don't want to be bothered. If these people say they don't want to be bothered with you, then don't talk about stuff that has nothing to do with the public information that's put out. Like even the information that she put out, she can do that because that's her personal business. But I don't know Texas laws and I don't know what state that lady's in. But I just seen a video where I'm about to post it where a DoorDasher got fired for doing stuff she wasn't supposed to do. And somebody was saying something about again it's against the law sometimes to show screenshots of conversations of people, depending on what it is. Like I think it was like since maybe that's just like a business thing, but he popped up some type of law. So different states have different laws of different things. And if it was a screenshot that was personally made and you have all their information on it or something like that, I don't know. I got to look into it and see how that works. But I'm going to post a video. It was about the DoorDash lady who said she was SA'd. I don't know if y'all heard that story yet, but I'm going to be posting that soon because that's crazy how that unfolded. Anyway, but we do got to talk about people. Like, if you don't like what a person is saying on their YouTube channel or whatever, to talk about them every single day and talk about, I don't know, just if I've seen you talk about this person and it was always on a good note and then you turn around and it's nasty, uh yeah, you're gonna have to see something about that. Yeah, blur it out. You can blur it out, like blur out their personal information, like their names and stuff like that. You're absolutely right, Cheryl. That was the whole it will for me, it was more than that though. I will say that. The reason why I started doing content on Charlene and CJ is because not just for the custody of the twins. In the beginning, like if you guys will go back and look at my videos, I was letting her know, like, look, I think it'll be best for you to just stop focusing on what he's doing and create your own lane. Do something that has to do with you. Like I was saying, like when CJ has the kids, you send the kids over to him and you go travel and do the vlogs like Peyton Charles was doing, like Aaliyah's face is doing. Like that would have been really, really good content. And you're getting a break. You can go hang out with your friends. You can spend whatever you want. Can you imagine if she actually took my advice? Right, Tony, you said you a stalker. So let me get this straight. You made a YouTube video and you tag Charlene every single day and you upload a video talking about her? Because that's what I'm referring to. That's what I'm saying stalker behavior is. Now watching her to see like the shit that she doing is unruly, yeah, we're gonna discuss it. You need to knock it off. But like I was saying, had she took my advice and the advice that I was telling her, she would have been able to still have a lifestyle that was comfortable for her and her children. Right now, she's defending comments And you stupid. Right now she's defending comments saying, it's okay for her to be at auctions. Nobody said there was an issue with auctions. Auctions are for people who have not had the experience of well, not even just that, because millionaires do it too. But auctions are for people who, want to save some money on some cars, not for people who just, or people who can't afford it, not for people who can get it like that when if you had a nice car, you would keep that nice car. She was when that Challenger, when she lost her Challenger, child, that I know that took a lot out of her. What up, Dorian? So it's a difference between talking about somebody's behavior and crashing out versus just talking about a person's life. What Peyton is doing in her life does not affect her children. Do you get what I'm saying? It not affect them in a negative way, right? She's pregnant currently now. She's doing and giving her children everything right now before they're even here. She gives her oldest daughter everything that she can, her love, support, everything, right? She's doing right by her children. Her children are not starving. Her children are not destitute. Her children are not wanting her to be a better mother. Those are just those apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. They're not affecting anybody. Bitch, you know what? Not her traveling this to the club. But she's defending herself online because she's living a low budget lifestyle now when we said that could have been avoided. Had she followed my advice, and it was advice because a lot of how people it's a difference of people trying to give advice and they have nothing, right? And I don't have like $1 bazillion or $1 million or whatever, but I'm doing pretty well for myself. Me and my husband, our family, we're doing things that are really, really decent. Okay. We're surviving. Okay. And what I mean by that is we're not in a position of where we're worried about what somebody else doing and we have to get YouTube videos in order to pay our bills. That's not the case. Now, is it hard out here for a pimp? Yes, it's hard out here for everybody. That's why I coupon. That's why I got my business where I sell my candles. I do all of that. But I'm not gonna sit here and complain about, oh man, that person's life's better than me. Why can't I go do this? No, I'm gonna go get it regardless. That it's a difference in energy with that. A lot of the people that were giving that woman advice wanted her to be broke like them. And that's where she is right now. Now, if I was discussing that lady currently, because she didn't already fell off, and she made a video and she was traveling and doing her big one and all that other stuff, and I'm like, so what? Oh, well, she's not going to travel again tomorrow. That would be some weird shit. That would be weird, right? My thing is, what she does is annoying. Ray, when you said you don't like the things she's doing, we don't like to see children suffer when it's not necessary. And the moves that she made was very selfish and it was very for herself. She did not consider her children at all. You introduced your children to a man who brought y'all into a lifestyle, regardless on how it came about. You would have never had that lifestyle had it not been for that man. And instead of you saying, you know what, we're not together right now, but I'm gonna still get my bag. You see, when Nike got in that car accident and she lost her car, CJ helped her out. Do you see what I'm saying? And they're not together. It's about making sure your kids are okay and they get to where they need to get and they get the things that they need to get. There should not be any reason why your daughter is recycling hair from you in order to feel like she's pretty. And she's out here wearing rags, and this is not the lifestyle she was raised in. They had a lifestyle where they struggled when they were very, very young, and they didn't remember it because the man you tried to demonize put you in a position of where your kids, he gave those babies everything and he gave them structure. And you repaid him back by destroying everything that y'all built when you could have just separated from the man. If you really didn't like the cheating, you could have separated from him, still did your content, and people would have watched your videos for you doing you. Not two cars. She crashed two cars. Lord, ma'am. But you see what I'm saying? It's the support. It's two different things. The things that Peyton is doing is leveling up all the time. She done went from um I believe that was an apartment she was staying in her early videos. Then she went to a house, and then she went to renting a house to owning one. Like, it's elevation. Her kids are not starving. Like, she had herself a long journey, as well as these other content creators. To go backwards because of your ego was very detrimental to the children. Now, if you want to destroy your life, you can destroy your life, but don't destroy your kids' life. And that was the point we was making, right? I don't think you were a stalker. I think you were just confused, and you were just like, why would a woman just destroy her life and her kids like that? Because it was unnecessary. And she was doing it under the instruction of broke motherfuckers. Now she's broke. She's broke. That's just what it is. She's at auctions doing shit, trying to get Jalea a car when she don't have a car. It's just, and she's doing that because she's still trying to prove. I don't know what she trying to prove. She trying to prove to whoever she trying to prove to that she can still do it. And it's like, man, please stop. She did, and I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out, Ray, because you a Pisces too. Y'all don't like to be embarrassed. Y'all don't like to be embarrassed. And the thing was, too, CJ was no longer going to kiss her butt on how they break up. So if she would have had her Cardi B moment, and he would have brought out the red carpet and stuff like he did prior, she would have been back with him. But he didn't do that. He just started, it was like the situation. Who was it? It was that lady who was with Nelly. And she's like, I thought if I left him and he missed me, he came back and he went and married Ashanti. It was one of those situations. It was one of those situations. And instead of her saying, listen, I'm crashing out. Instead of saying I'm crashing out, let me calm down. Let me get my bearings. She destroyed everything. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't catch the play, girl. You was like, fuck it. She didn't like to be embarrassed though. She wanted his apology of her being fake mad of his cheating to be loud. But it was a business deal. And instead of keeping it a business deal, she was more worried about um instead of the business deal, she was more worried about her ego, which destroyed her. Yeah, that's what she wanted. And he didn't do it the second time. The first time he was able to do it, and everybody was upset that she went back, but that's what she wanted in the first place. She never wanted the lifestyle that she has now. She never wanted to go back. And that helped feed the fuel of her anger to where she was emotionally out of control. And that's what I say with certain people, you have to take a step back and say, how would this affect me? How would this affect my life, my children? And she didn't want to do that. But y'all, I got like 4% on my phone, so my phone is about to die. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna continue as long as I see it come on my timeline of this woman stalking Peyton. I'm gonna talk about it because I personally feel like it's harassment and it's stalking. I get it. You hurt. You didn't like the fact that she checked you after you was saying stuff that you shouldn't have said if you really rocked with her. I get it. I understand because that's all I'm hearing. You didn't like how Peyton addressed you after you did some disrespectful shit to her because this is how I'm hearing it, y'all. Y'all can let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it, but you can't from what I'm getting from the lady who got checked, she should be able to say whatever she wants to about Peyton because everybody else is doing it and it gets her views, and she's not allowed to address her on that level no matter what lie she helps spread or she helps talk about. If she apologize for it, Peyton should get over it, and she should be able to do whatever she wants to Peyton because Peyton has a lot of money and she's on YouTube. So it should be okay. Because she rich, she'll be fine. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I wonder what happened to her good news vlog. What good news vlog? Girl. T, please don't play with me right now. I just told you I had 4%. We'll be here all night. Okay? Um But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, had she listened, she would have been, I wanted to see the prom dress vlogs. I wanted to see I love content like that. That's why watching Peyton Charles content and Aaliyah's face content, those type of content creators, those pages are refreshing. And you can watch Aaliyah's face, and she'll have a vlog where she jog all damn day. And it's interesting. I watch it. So, it's just what it is. But I don't know. Yeah, she tried to take down CJ, and now she has no money. And I wish she would have listened because I feel really bad for the kids because they're the ones who are suffering the most. Y'all have no idea. But when it all comes out, y'all gonna be like, "Oh yeah, Anti said that." It's gonna come out. Well, it's gonna come out. But I'm gonna go to bed, y'all. Good night, boss lady, Cheryl and T. I'll catch y'all later. Oh, and Ray. Ray. Did I say bye to Ray? I'm going to say bye, Ray. Robin, everybody who was in the chat. Cheryl. I'm rude as hell. Excuse me, y'all. All right, I'm out.